Hey there, guys. If you saw my poll video this morning, you know that I got myself an Ibara. She was very expensive for me to pull, but we got her. So we're going to be using her for a few trials. If I can find the units for it, I'll take her to all the recent trials in the game, put them all in one video. But we're going to start with the Quirrell trial, the cat trial. This is overall a pretty easy trial. It shouldn't be too much trouble. But let's try it with Ibara. So this is her base form. Honestly, we might not even use the base form. The fight might be over before we're forced into it. But we gave her the moon bow. We gave her her own card. We've got 200 Beast Killer in the base form. Then we're going to go ahead and pop over to the shift form. The shift form is where all the good DPS is. She has the dual wield cap in the shift form. The base form does not. So this one, unfortunately, though, is not using the moon bows. We've got a little bit less killers, I believe. Beast Killer 175. Yeah, Magical Beast Killer is pretty challenging for Ibara. For all mages, not just her. And then we've got Mr. Snake, built me one as well. The base form, we don't really care that much about. But then the shift form, we're going to be doing this. And I think he has mostly the same build as me. Yep, 175 Beast Killer. Okay, let's go ahead and get it. I'm not going to bother with the rest of the team because I'm going to put a bunch of trials in one video, and I don't want to have to show the whole team every time. It's a very classic Quirrell trial team. Nothing really special going on with the rest of the team. Alright, so Vaughn is going to Jade Parry and then just break. We're going to have Ibara shift right away on turn 1. Now, you can only stay in the shift form for 5 turns, and you're forced into her base form for 5 more turns. It's a little bit of a restriction for her. I don't really love that design, honestly. But that's just the way it is, you know. Can't do much about it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and light wall, and we're going to use... nope, not light wall. What am I doing? We're going to lights defense, and then we're going to Sacred Aura. That's going to put up... It's going to fill 10 LB for Rena to get her ready to go sooner for next turn. Let's go ahead and reduce magic damage, and let's do break immunity. Alright, so for Ibara, we're going to start off. The first turn is mostly a setup turn. We're going to do Weakening, Supernatural, and Koku. This is going to do pretty low damage. This is like all set up. Starting next turn, we're going to be doing better damage. Alright. So the setup turn did 14%. That wasn't terrible. Alright, then some random attacks. We don't really care too much about it. Alright, Cecil. Let's go ahead and pop your Into the Dark and cover. Warrior of Light will LB. Vaughn will LB. And then Ibara is now going to quad cast. We're going to Ankoko 3 times and then Corrupt Force. That's a slightly more powerful chain. Her Magnus is really only for like Fairy or Human Killer. And we're going to use Rena to LB as well for the regeneration. I'll wait for all this to finish. And let's go. We should do... Next turn, we'll do better damage. She's a stacking mage. It takes 2 turns of DPSing to get her stacks all the way up. But the fight's going to be over on turn 3, which is great. So yeah, you know, older trial, but it's fine. Didn't take very long. We blew it up in 3 turns. Vaughn's getting picked on. Super rude. But oh well. Alright. As soon as Cecil calms down, we got this. Come on, Cecil. Chill out. Alright, Vaughn. Let's go ahead and have Vaughn Perfect Dispel, and then just whatever. Doesn't really matter. And then Ibara, with the cooldown has been done, and Koku is now at maximum stacks, so our full potential is here. Wait for this to finish, and let's go. Pretty sure we win. We might not, I guess, technically, but we're about to find out. I think this will do it. Yeah, she's like a self-capping mage. Notice how the chain builds, then the caps come in at the end. Pretty nice. 3 turns for Ibara. Turn 1 was mostly set up. Turns 2 and 3 were, where the good damage is. She had turn 4 and 5 in her Magnus as well, in her shift form as well, I mean. Turn 6, she would have been stuck in base form for 5 turns. At that point, her damage would have dropped quite a bit because she's a double hand mage, does not have the chain cap boost. But, it's still not bad or anything. It's still fine. Okay. Let's pop over to another trial. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, next up we're going to be going to a little bit of an older trial. We're going to Behemoth. This one is, again, a little trickier because you can't just face roll it. You got to go with, super tanky builds or evasion. We're going to do an evade Ibara. She is, not the best evasion unit, but we're going to do it anyway and see what happens. Let's see if she can beat Ace's turn count. I think she can. So we've got the base form built for evasion. We're probably not going to use the base form. We might even win the fight by turn, before turn 6. That's the hopeful plan at least. But if we do have to use base form, we don't have many killers, honestly, so it might be a problem. 75 Demon and 75 Beast, so about 150 average. And then shift form, full evasion, we've got a little bit of killer here, and we've got 125 Demon and no Beast killer in the shift form. But the shift form is still better damage. The rest of the team is very classic, and then we've got Elmsmore built me a nice Ibara. I haven't even looked at it yet, so I'm assuming it's nice. It probably is. We've got base form, 175 Demon, no Beast, so overall 175, better than mine. And then shift form, we've got 175 Beast, or Demon, and no Beast. Yeah, about the same. He's EX2, actually. He went all in for Ibara. Alright, let's give it a go. The reset trial. Love it. Let's see how many times we're going to have to reset this fight. The good news is we don't need imperils from Vaughn, so we can triple cast breaks every turn, which means a better chance of them landing. They did that time. Alright, Cecil, we need to cover and go into dark. Eurisha is going to... Let's start off right away with the killers. Let's do Hunter to both the Ibaras. And then Rena will... I don't think this boss does breaks, does he? I don't think we need Mother's Protection yet either. But we're going to do it anyway. And we're going to do Haste to try to fill LB gauge quicker. Alright, Ibara's going to shift. And we're going to start our DPS like right away. Bewitching, we're going to... you know what we're going to do? We're not going to use her Dark this turn, so we don't have to Dispel next turn. We're just going to do Weakening, Supernatural, and we're not going to do Ankuku. We'll do Occult Ritual, just to intentionally not hit him with Dark, because then we got to Dispel the Good and Peril and all that before we're ready. So we're gonna wait. Weakening, Supernatural, and just Occult Ritual, just to not hit him with Dark. Yeah, this turn is just pure setup. That means we also don't need to Dispel him or anything, so we can use Vaughn to attempt to use his LB for even more damage. Alright. Yeah, this boss is not too bad if you can build an evasion team. It's just more of like a check. Do you have lots of evasion gear? If so, he's not so bad. If you don't have enough evasion to gear 6 units, it's harder. Alright, out of curiosity, the breaks are all at 5 turns. Let's go ahead and LB, and what resisted? Attack break resisted, but we got Spirit break and Magic break. Oh, good. They worked. Okay, let's go Ibara. It is DPS time. So we're going to Ankuku 3 times, and then Corrupting Force. Let's see, Ankuku and Corrupting. Before we do that, we want to... Did I do Beast or Demon last turn with Eurisha? Eurisha did Fairies, Human, Beast Killer. We need Demon Killer from Eurisha. And then she'll be busy the rest of the fight doing Dispels. So we need Demon on both of our DPS. We can't. Rena, no. Alright, we're gonna power. Oh, I don't need to do that. We need to resist for dark resist. This is dark resist, right? Yeah, dark resist for Cecil. Into the light. And let me try to get a crystal for Rena before we no crystals. Okay. Let's go Ibara. Oh, I guess Rena's not gonna get her for LB this turn. That sucks. Are you kidding me? Jeez. Okay. Let's heal. We did Mother's Protection, so we don't need. That's the big magic mitigation, so we're fine there. I didn't know we were gonna deal so much damage. Can I just cure all? Alright, Cecil, don't die here. It should be fine, I think. Probably, maybe, potentially. He is evading, so and he's got re-raise. It's probably fine. Oh, barely. And there's the Dispel. Oh, the Dispel. There goes our Good in Peril. And our breaks. Ugh. Alright, let's have Eurasia. Doesn't this do a barrier? I think it does. Yeah, let's do a barrier with Eurasia. We don't need to Dispel because we're in phase 2. Vaughn will break. And we'll hope they all work. Please. They did. Cecil is now going to Paladin's Protection, and we're going to use his cooldown. Lunarian Might. Actually, we don't need Paladin. Well, not Paladin Protection. What am I doing? Into the Dark and Lunarian Might. I don't know if Rena's LB will honestly heal Cecil all the way. It should. If it doesn't, I'm going to have, like, serious regrets. But, okay. And Koku or whatever it's called, it imperils Dark Forest just automatically. It's only an 80% imperil, so this is not going to be as good as damage's last turn, but it should be fine. Yeah, you can definitely tell that the damage is lower this round. We're out of the danger phase, though, so that's fine. I mean, we're just out of the fight entirely. That works, too. That works, too. Okay, 3-turn clear with Ibara. I like that. That works for me. Tifa does it in 2, Ibara does it in 3, blah, whatever. And that was full evasion, too. That was complete evasion. If we had been able to build, properly with, like, not spending the entire gear slots on evasion, could have done it quicker. Okay, let's go to the next fight. See you guys in a minute. Alright guys, next up we're going to be going to Scorn of the Antonola, EX1. I've been beating these trials really quickly, so I actually changed my Antonola team. I'm going to just embrace the speed clear, and we're going to just try to kill it quickly. I'm not even going to worry about trying to build like a tank up team. So we're doing Ibara with status immunity and guts for the ambush, and there we go for this. We're probably not going to use her base form other than that. And then, we're not doing this. We're doing shift form. Shift form is built for a beast killer and a little bit of bulk. I want to try to survive these thresholds with some magical cooldowns. So we've got only 125 beast killer. Again, beast killer is hard to build on mages. It really is. And then Arisu built me one as well. Same thing. Base form has guts and status immunity. There we go. And then shift form. Apparently, Gumi has not fixed the bug. As you see, she's dual-wielding a bow. That's not supposed to happen. The bug is still there. You know, what can you do? And then base form, because of the bug, she has 200 demon killer. I mean, beast killer. Anyway, let's see if I can speed clear this. We'll see. I didn't actually look up the boss's rotation. I'm just going to assume that I can push the threshold every turn once we start DPSing. Alright, yeah, so they weren't built in... Oh, Cecil, did you really counter? I think Cecil's counter is actually okay. If it's not okay, well, we're in trouble, because I didn't plan for counters. That's the reason I dropped Zahn, is because of counterattacks. I didn't want Zahn to ruin the party. I think Cecil's counters are okay, though. We're going to proceed as if they're okay. If they're not, then we're in trouble. That's all there is to say about that. So we're going to... let's see. Heroic stance. That's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. Yeah, we're going to barrier stance for the mitigation and heroic stance for the unlock. Yes. Alright, so Rena is going to heal us. And I'm assuming the boss is not going to wake up this turn, so we're going to break immunity. Cecil is going to just wait. And Rose is going to just wait. Okay. Yep, we're good. He didn't wake up. Okay. So, let me think. So Rose is going to break this bar. Always the exciting part of these trials. Okay, Nicole is going to give us a barrier, and he's going to dispel the boss. Alright. That also removed our imperil, which is a little bit irritating, but whatever. Rena is going to... let's see here. We're going to Mother's Protection. And... don't know what else we really want. I guess Enhanced Dispel. Doesn't really matter. And let's go. DPS time. We're going to and Coco 3 times, and Corrupt Force. And hope to push the threshold. We've got 50% general mitigation from Nicole. We've got a barrier from Nicole. We've got 50% general, 50% magic mitt from Rena, and a big stat buff from Rena. So we can burst him in 2 more turns. I'm going to go ahead and use Cecil to give us an even bigger mitigation than Rena's. So we really survive this. I hope. Okay. Here comes the threshold. We should be okay. We've got Cecil's 75% mitigation. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Alright, so Nicole is going to, let's see, barrier again and dispel the boss's defense. And Matt, he doesn't have a spirit buff. Can we go right away without Nicole dispelling? I think we can. Don't we get a barrier? Oh, that's his JP enhancement because of the barrier. We actually don't need to dispel, so we'll just heroic stance. Oh, we do, because he has that magic buff. And if he does the threshold with the magic buff, it's game over. Game over, man. Yeah, we got to dispel. We got to dispel. Alright, dispel's been done. The bar's gone, so we'll just... our cooldown's gone, so we'll just end Coco 3 times, or 4 times. Cecil's mitigation lasts 2 turns, so it's still there. And her skills are stacking up at this point as well. So, you know, we're doing good damage. I guess Cecil can just summon an Esper to say we did all missions for the sake of it. We'll Angel Feather as well, and Rosa can just guard. It'll be a threshold again. There's the bar. And the boss did some debuffs. We're fine. Oh, we weren't fine. No. Oof. Oh, we had to re-raise. Cecil, quit trying to wake up the boss. He's trying to sleep here. Okay, the boss is really low in health. We can probably do this. Sharp kick. And we're gonna want a stat buff. What am I doing? What am I doing? Stop that. Sharp kick and stat buff. Why did we take more damage that time? I don't know. Weird. Alright, let's break the bar. And we're unfortunately now in the base form, so this is going to be less damage, but I mean, the boss is at 5%. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I don't know why we took more damage that time. It's in peril and double Arashi. I've never actually DPS'd in her base forms. I don't know. That's probably not worth. Actually, this is probably one of her like. Yeah, I've never used her base form yet. I just got this unit today. That's probably worth using. Okay, so this should be a win. I'm pretty sure. Yep, got it. Okay, so a little bit slightly messy because we had those deaths, but it was fine. It was fine. And we dispelled our. I should have. You know what? We didn't even need Rena. I don't think we really needed Rena. Honestly, I think we could have dropped Rena and brought someone to re-imperil Dark at a higher percentage instead of her 80%, and we could have two-turned that. Yeah, I really don't think we needed Rena. Anyway, too late now, we're done. Let's move on to the next fight. See you guys in a bit. Alright guys, next up is going to be Scorn of the Dragon of the Abyss, or Shinryu. Again, this is one of those, like, RNG fights. This may go super smooth and be over in a few turns. He may spam tails or roulettes and all kind of bad stuff. Who knows? But we're going to go for a quick clear if possible. So base form, we're going for 100 water resist. We don't want to lose any turns to dealing with resurrections. We're going for DPS right on turn 1. So shift base form, water resist. There we go. Shift form. Oh, we're not worried about Cecil. Cecil's, you know, the rest of the team. The rest of the team is built for Shinryu basic stuff. Other Ibara, we're taking. Who are we taking? We're taking Woodsman. Is built for real nice. Base form got water resist, and then lots of Dragon Killer and magic in the base form. Shift form, we've got 4,648 magic, lots of Dragon Killer, a little bit squishy, but again, we're just like risking it. And 275. And actually, if his dies, then mine surviving is irrelevant. So we're gonna lean in all the way to just DPS, and we're gonna just hope. We're gonna just hope the boss cooperates. Yeah, we're gonna add some more killers on mine. 270. Yep. If the boss decides to spam tails, we are in trouble. Let's go. Let's risk it. Let's risk it. No guts, no glory. Alright. Assuming the boss doesn't be obnoxious, we can have this fight over in just a few turns. So, oh, we need Mirage. Ugh. Let's assault, Mirage, and break. Yeah, we need Cecil to mitigate. Charlotte is going to cover, and Light of Grand Shout. So we need stats still. Okay, so we need stats with Rena. I don't want to use Mother's Protection yet, but I guess I have to. Ugh. I don't want to do Mother's Protection. I want to save that for. We're not going to save it. We're gonna just hope. We're gonna just hope this works out. No, not that. I need break immunity. Yep, let's just hope. All right, Bewitching Figure. We can do all the power-ups this time. So we're doing this. And Kaido. Okay. Shinryu, please have a friendly turn 1. Just use like lots of like blizzards and all. Just don't do a lot of earthquakes and don't do a lot of tails. Oh, there's one earthquake. The first one is fine. There's a tail. Oh wow, we are squishy. Oh, we miraged the earthquake and we can survive one tail. Obviously, 2 tails would have been game over because we are squish. Okay, this is going to be a good damage turn. Let's go ahead and use Vaughn to do a better break, and we are going for the burst. Her skills are not stacked up yet, which feels bad, man, because this is going to be a little bit less than it would otherwise, but okay. Let's go. Yeah. Damage time. I mean, turn 2 victory? No Tifa needed. Oh man, that feels good. Let's do a fire resist and let's end turn. Wow. Wow. That was I gotta admit, Shinryu cooperated on turn 1. That could have gone wrong if he had done like more than 1 tail or 2 or 3 earthquakes. We had no earth resist either. That was risky. That was risky doing that, but I mean, it pays off sometimes. Alright, let's do another fight. See you guys in a minute. Alright guys, this is going to be the last one for this video. We're going to Scorn of Antonola. Scorn of Antonola is a fight that heavily favors fire or ice damage and penalizes the other types. Ibara does not have fire or ice. We can only do dark and lightning, so we're having to bring Emperor along for the ride. Because I'm bringing an out of party DPS, we're leaving a slot empty to make up for it. So we're gonna 5-man this fight. So we're gonna be doing our Ibara. We're not enhancing her though. We're going to be using her. So her base form is, again, probably never going to be used, so who cares? Shift form, we're going for that plant killer. So we've got true dual wield, lots of plant killer. I wish I had X-Death's STMR, but I don't. So 230 plant killer, and we've got status immunity as well. And then Emperor is coming. His base form is just for buffing and filling his LB gauge if possible. And then his shift form is going to be capping the flower. So there we go. He's got lots of damage. Again, we have no plant killer to go around, so he has 50 plant killer. So he's actually not even going to be contributing all that much. And then Mars built me a Ibara as well. Base form doesn't really matter, but there it is. Shift form is going to be doing some plant killer with some 200 plant killer. Looking good. Let's give it a try. Okay. So this will be a little bit tricky doing it this way, especially with only 4 people, or 5 people, 4 on my team plus a friend. But we're going to try it. Okay, so I'd really love to get Emperor's LB ready on turn 1. If we could do that, that'd be so glorious, but we might not be able to. We're going to try, though. We're going to go ahead and cover and then do a break. Rosa is going to hit the boss with Radiant Arrows. Let's see. Let's wait for Rosa to finish before I do anything. Let's go ahead and shift our Ibara if they are going to be shifting for this, because her shift form is just better, as I've mentioned a few times in these videos. Assuming Dark works. Alright, Emperor. Come on, Emperor. One more. You can do it, Emperor. No, Emperor. Got it. We got it with Emperor. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so Emperor is going to AoE Spirit Break. We're going to... where's his skill? What's it called? Rising Inferno. Whoop, nope, I'm doing this wrong. Emperor is going to kneel before me, Curse Flare, Rising Inferno, and we're going to start building his fires from below on the main flower. Alright, and Ibaras are going to power up. Now this is going to be, let's see, Weakening, Supernatural, and Ankodo. Let's see. Weakening, Supernatural, and Ankodo. So we're probably not going to one-shot the little flower things because Ibara, like I've mentioned before, is a unit that requires a lot of setup on the first turn. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to remove those like defense or those spirit buffs from the main plant. Cecil, no! What is your problem? What? Did I not buff you enough? Did I not give you enough resistance gear? Oh, I didn't. Whoops. Math failure, but he survived. Oh, geez. I didn't give Cecil enough resistance gear. Whoopsie. Alright. We're going to fire from... Well, okay, we're going to break the game, apparently. Rosa, let's finish breaking that bar, and, yeah, let's heal Cecil. Alright, Cecil, you're going to, I guess Light Wall, and, buff so you survive. Alright, Emperor is going to fires from below 4 times, and we're going to start doing some real damage. Because the boss is... the flowers are still up, this is actually going to not deal that much damage to the main body part, but okay. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to do this. And this should kill the flowers, this turn. The little leaf things and all. Yeah, like I mentioned, it was going to be pretty low damage that turn. Alright, Cecil should be okay at this point. We gave him a fire resist buff. He's still low on earth resist, but the earth resist is fine. Alright, let's see here. Okay, now the flower is gone and the boss is broken, we're going to Ankodo 3 times and Corrupt Force. Let's see, Ankodo 3 times and Corrupt Force. Emperor is going to fires from below 4 times. Let's go for it. Oh, not quite. Okay. So we're going to Into the Dark, and we're going to use a big mitigation cooldown. Rosa is going to just heal, I guess. Cecil, please don't die. There's the bar again. Boo. And the boss has mitigation. Alright, we're fine. Alright, so I guess it'll be probably a turn 5 clear, I guess. We were a little bit low on killing the boss in time. Alright, Ibara, can we just reload? We can. Yeah, Rosa can't break it in 1 turn, so this is gonna suck. Cecil will, let's see, break Spirit, Chain Stance, and cover. Alright, Ibara. Cecil's gonna die. Almost certainly now. But it doesn't matter, we don't need him. Yeah, this is not gonna break it all the way. Sucks. Alright, so it's gonna be a turn 5 clear. Nope, it's a turn 4 clear. Woo! Got it. That was close. Of course, we could have killed him very easily on turn 5 if we didn't. But yeah, okay, so that was a little trickier, especially only using weak breaks from Emperor. We didn't bring a real breaker or anything. But yeah, 4-turn clear. Got it. With an empty party slot. You could have brought, like, you know, a lot of things and done it. Anyway, that's going to be me having fun with Ibara. I'll do more later. But for now, we're done. Alright. See you guys next time.